joined by Cleveland Guardians pitcher Gavin Williams at spring training in 2024. And Gavin, now we can say you're a certified major leaguer, made your debut last season. So what's the feeling like at spring training this time around?
It's definitely a different feeling this year, knowing I'm in the big league clubhouse. I'm still asking a lot of questions to the veteran guys. I'm still getting the hang of it since it's my first one.
And of course, we saw you as a RubberDuck as recently as last year in Akron. Thinking back to your time and kind of what that was in your development journey for you, what stood out to you from that time?
Just working on my routine, really. Being able to take my routine from AA, AAA to the big leagues helped out a lot. Working with Owen Dew and Brad Goldberg helped out a lot. Having Rugi there too, he's been around a long time, so it was awesome.
And just kind of the level of competition and the team atmosphere that was at AA, what kind of did that teach you about kind of where you fit and how you kind of measure up?
Yeah, guys at AA are on the verge, knocking on the door to get to the big leagues, so it helped out a lot, especially going to AAA from there. You see most of the same guys throughout the whole AA and AAA leading to the big leagues.
You mentioned Rugi being your manager for most of that 22 season, of course, early in 23. What did you experience from him there and kind of building that relationship and that, of course, now we're seeing being brought to the major leagues?
He's amazing. He knows how to win. He knows what to do to win. So just feeding off of him, really.
And the pitching coaches you mentioned, Owen Dew, Brad Goldberg. Goldberg now is part of the major league staff. What's it like to work with him now as well, more closely?
It's still awesome. He knows me a little bit more. So being able to take that in the season is going to help out a lot.
And you get called up to the major leagues last year after starting the year with Akron, then pitching with Columbus. How did you find out? What was that moment like?
We were in. I think we were in Omaha, Nebraska. Got called into Tracy's office, and he told me that we were going to talk about some pitching stuff, and that's didn't really care to talk about pitching stuff. And then at the end of it, he told me I was going to be working on it in Cleveland, so made it a little bit better at the end of it.
And what was kind of the emotions for you? Making that travel and coming into the big league clubhouse and everything.
It was exciting for sure. I flew with one of the PTs that was helping out, so he was leaving Omaha too at the same time I was. So just talking to him in the Uber and everything like that was pretty nice.
And that first time out, what was the feeling?
I will say I was probably nervous for my first time, especially having a lot of family there. I think I had 50 or 60 people there, and then I had a lot more people that showed up that I didn't know were coming.
When did you feel like, hey, I belong here?
I would say my second start, going 7 innings, no runs. I knew I belonged, really.
And being able to be part of a rotation where some of your teammates from the organization that you'd even come up with are making kind of the same jump as you around the same time. What did that offer you guys for just having that camaraderie and that shared experience?
It was pretty nice. Just being able to lean off each other and ask each other questions every day. We were all trying to get the hang of it still. So, there's a lot of questions being asked between a few of us.
Who do you go to within the clubhouse to sort of really lean on and, hey, this I can ask these guys some questions?
There's a lot of people. I know Beebs, I asked him a lot of questions. Tristan, I asked him a lot of questions, and Cal definitely was pestering him with questions too.
And outside of your debut, what was the biggest highlight for you last season?
Everything was a highlight to me. Just being up, it was a joy. And, couldn't really grasp it really until the end of the year.
And as you sort of stepped away from the season last year and went into your off season, individually and as a team, what were kind of your hopes sort of moving forward? Hey, this is where I'd like to build.
I just looked at what I needed to work on the off season, took with that. Just made a little improvements to my body really and the way it moved.
Now being part of this rotation, part of this clubhouse, do you notice yourself in any of the younger guys as well? Say, oh yeah, I remember they're feeling kind of the way I was maybe a year or two ago.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, I'm still down there. I'm still asking questions to everybody. So just carrying that along, really.
Well, Gavin, we're so proud of you and excited for you with the Guardians, and proud of you in Akron and what you've done. Best of luck this season as you continue.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Gavin Williams, Cleveland Guardians pitcher, former RubberDuck.